Just went live. We have one more slot if anybody wants it. Just need to message Paul Murray here and tell him that we have one more slot. Let's see, what's Father at? Father, I crave the beans. What is your ELO at today? Yes. 1166. All right, I'll give you 5%. I gave Paul Murray 10. Dr. Sommer. It looks like Masty James is in the assembly hall. That could be good balance for Emu. We'll open that up for Masty. Yes, welcome, Masty James. Yes, you can play. I just kicked somebody for you. No, because no, we're not full. We're not full. I've been kicking randos for you. Let me send you an invite, Masty. There we go. Unable to host game. One or more players do not have permission to play with unofficial custom content. Please disable custom content to continue. Oh, it must have been the rando being on Xbox. All right, standard victory, regicide mode. Yeah, this is going to be pretty scary. We got Emu and Masty James both here. No, you guys cannot play co-op together. Thank you. Well, there'd be half as many players. They'd have a pop limit of 200 instead of 400. But imagine like an 1800 or 1900 player without any issues microing anything, because they'll have pretty much twice the APM. All right, so for this, you have to delete your ox wagon to start to get villagers. Okay? This is Otisco, yes. Emu? What? All right, well, Emu we need to nerf. Emu unready. Emu, you're too much. It's too much to let Emu have 200%. Panda Bear, I was going to do it just because I'm curious, but Emu, it's too much. We all know what's going to happen if we give Emu 200% handicap. He'll be Castle Age by minute 5, and then he'll just destroy all of us with knights. Uh-oh. Okay. Yep. Wait, what? Oh, no, T-Bomber is not supposed to have 110. I guess, I don't know why it just gives people handicap that aren't supposed to have it. Yeah, that's probably true. Masty versus Smokey. That would be fun. Panda, you could probably organize such a show match and cast its content on your channel. Would be a nice attraction. Oh, right. Well, If they don't say anything in the voice channel, I sometimes forget that they're here. It's just Emu Warrior making sound effects. Oh, come on. All right. Well, thanks, DE. Let's make sure that we have Otisco selected, which we should. I'll reinvite Palmery. I'm pretty sure that we do. We send Palmery a message. Yeah. Emu loves his sound effects. Dang, that's so annoying. We had everything set up right. All right. Yes, and I don't know how to I can't figure out how to disable it, and it's driving me crazy. No, because I don't want to mute them entirely. So every once in a while, there's a diamond in the rough, and Emu. Maybe I do. Yeah. All right. Where is? Here we go. They'll come back. They're just inactive. They're not doing anything or typing anything or moving their mouse because they're just sitting there mesmerized, waiting for the game to start. All right, so Palmery I give 10% to. Father I give 5. And Panda Bear I give 200% to. Just because it'll be like having Smokey. Smokey can't join us tonight, so this is my best way of approximating Smokey. Okay. No worries, Palmery. All right. Yep. The Go Dash. Ah, shoot. I needed to go the other way. Okay. No, I'm working on it. My game lags for whatever reason whenever I push a button. Okay. Here we are. Whatever. Everybody else went dash. Just ready up, boys. Okay. And Panda Bear. Boys and Panda Bear. Good luck, have fun. Oh, I'm the Romans. Interesting. That sucks. Yes. There's lots of relics. Yeah, 100%. That's that's pretty dangerous. Panda Bear with the Saracens though, she's gonna have like 400 HP Mamelukes. Like the Mameluke throws his sword and the Paladin just falls over dead. All right. Oh, I never fixed the double king. Yep. If you see Panda Bear's ox wagon next to you, you need to run as fast as you can. Yeah. Yep. Yep. See. Yep. Yep. You must choose. Oh no. Oh shoot, Masty wants to build there. The relics are right here. They are, yeah, they're, yeah, whatever. I'm not. Yeah. He's afraid he's gonna accidentally hit the delete button, and the wolves are gonna woo 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 his villagers and just eat them. Because here's the thing: is they they are not they are not just regular wolves either. They are dire wolves. They can kill a loomed villager one on one. Oh, I miss Caesar. I haven't seen Caesar in a while. Yeah, so the way that regicide works is that if you have no kings, you are defeated. So it's not that if a king you control dies, you are defeated. It is if you have no kings, you are defeated. So you can actually lose a king. Yeah. T-Bomber deleted one king, and he's chilling. T-Bomber, that's so dangerous, though. You think about it. You could have like castles on opposite sides of the map, each with one king in them, and then you would be impossible to snipe. No, it's a nomad thing. Yeah. Oh, moment of silence for Ronald Rage with the Mayans. Even emus. Same here. I want to be friends with all cultures, even emu's puny culture. Emu is the Britons. Oh man, look at that. Look at that emu score. Did I accidentally give him handicap or something? Why is his score so good? Panda Bear needs to like rush him or something. Oh! Palmerese. Shanking my king. Emu saw text, so he switched sides. Oh, did I start in the same side as Masty and Emu? Oof. Yeah, good thing that Emu decided to leave us. Yeah, so I think. um, well, even Magyar on this map would lose a villager to the wolves. Siege engineers. Oh yes. Yeah, Aztec are they're a proper civ. Alright, so I'm just in here with Palmery chillin'. Walden is king. He's not too happy about that. Hopefully he doesn't attack me. Well, I considered walling a villager in with his king and shanking it, but I decided not to. I didn't want to offend him. Yeah. But actually, Honey Badger did that to me before. I'm still recovering. Yeah, I spent all this time to get out, and I saw Masty's town center, and I was like, nope. And then I went back to the other side of the wolves. It's like I am not confident enough in my monks to go out and face Masty. Mm-hmm. There's no sheep, but there are cows. Yep. They're mostly on the outside. There are a few on the inside, but they're mostly on the outside. No, yeah, Emu probably got all of them. Well, I don't know who got all the cows then. I think Panda Bear's going to have a fun game here. And whoever Panda Bear's neighbor is going to have a rough game. I think we got to watch what T-Bomber does, though. I mean, the Bengalis. T-Bomber's probably going to be spamming the elephants. He's going to... Oh, T-Bomber is next to Panda Bear. Oh, okay. Well, maybe he won't be spamming so many elephant archers. We'll see. She has twice his score. What? No. Yeah, we could do that. Yep. I'll let you do it, Ronald, because you know how to do it. Yeah, that's actually true. This map reveals a lot of information because you really don't know what your opponents are doing if they went outside or inside. Yep. I didn't look though. Let me send Palmer a quick message. Interesting. Maybe it was a server glitch. I know, but how would that affect Emu? Alright, looks like Palmery is going to come. I'm joining your game now. Joining lobby. Okay. Okay. Yep. Oh, Okay. Yeah. Yep, there it is, Otisco. Okay. Worth a try. It's worth me trying. All right, let's send some invites. Let's invite Father, the Panda Bear, Emu, Masty James, Ronald Rage, T-Bomber, Palmery. Let's see. Who am I forgetting? Oh, yeah, that's true. Emu's been randomly dropping every other game. Emu, you got to find a dev and suck up to them, and they will help you play the next evolution in the game. Too much tampering, says Master James. What does that mean? Does that mean he's been modding the game somehow, or he has too many mods? All right, let me just take a quick cat petting break. He's a good cat. This will calm me down and prepare me for the inevitable monk rush that Masty is going to perform, because monks do not attack, or wolves do not attack siege weapons or monks. So he can literally just fast imp, or not fast imp, he could go fast castle smush against me. And what am I going to do? It would, because the wolves would not attack trebuchets either. Panda Bear's dog only wants pets on her terms. Your dog sounds more like a cat, Panda Bear. Maybe it's a cat in a dog's body. All right, I am readying up. Ronald Rage is just about ready. We're sorry about the inconvenience, guys, but it looks like we are going to get back into this. It's a Shiba Inuit. They are like a cat. T-Bomber is planning his survival strategy for being next to somebody who has 200% handicap. No, he is next to 200% Panda. The thing about that too is that it's not really within T-Bomber's personality to join Panda Bear and team up with her, because T-Bomber always goes after the biggest threat first. I mean, maybe he will, but generally when we play with like Smokey, T-Bomber will be trying to get people to help him team up on Smokey. T-Bomber's poodle thinks that she is a cat as well. She's very cute. Is this poodle the matriarch of your poodle business, T-Bomber? Is she the factory for all of your poodles? Yeah, T-Bomber has some really cute poodles. He takes pictures of them and posts them to the server sometimes. What? Really, Father? Try it one more time. Thanks, DE. I would not trade Emu Warrior for Father. I crave the beans. I love everybody equally. That's not good for me. Emu is a much bigger menace, Father. No offense. Yeah, as soon as I get into the game, I will leave. Host a new lobby. Yep. Multiplayer, restore game. let's send the invites. And I can only invite these specific people. Okay. Welcome back, Father. Fingers crossed. Oh, T-Bomber. We still need T-Bomber. His name is still Gray. Panda Bear wondering if T-Bomber's going to come back. T-Bomber, the biggest threat to Panda Bear's plans of immediate expansion. Okay, it looks like he is here now. Yeah. Yeah, like, yeah, and the lobby troubles too. It's just a technically challenging night. I wonder what they're transferring over. They're probably transferring over the scenario file, actually. Paul Murray says if we drop again this game, I'm out. It is getting late in Germany. Let's hope that it all goes right. Okay. T-Bomber is skeptical of restores. They don't work that often in his experience. Find out. Ooh, fingers crossed. No! So we have the choice of rehosting with Best Friend. Let's continue with Paul Murray, I suppose. It's probably the right thing to do. Thanks, Father. Yeah, seriously. Mm-hmm. Of course. This is amazing. Look. Pommery is mounting a rescue mission for his king. That's adorable. I like that. I wanted to see what would happen. Father, I crave the beans says, listen to the voice in your head, Tech. You can kill that king. Oh, I don't know about that, Father. That wouldn't be very nice. Yep, you can. I've been selling some wood. Emu Emu, the wolves are also an opportunity. Think about it. I don't believe so. I think they'll chase you forever, even if you run a single villager into Masty's entire food eco. Emu, they're like a huge part of the map. They're like the most important part of the map. Emu, you love tech maps. What is this, Palmery? What is this? No, no, he did save his king. Or at least, I don't know. I actually don't know where that king went. Maybe the king went out to Masty James. That's true. I did wall him in, but he went up this way. He can't get through my town. Oh no. He's castle dropping me. That's not very nice. Ronald's like, oh, I'm kind of spitballing here, but maybe. Uh, we can't get that. We can't get that castle down. What? Another castle? No. Ooh, that elephant. Oh, what? That castle is up? It's GG. I'll cast the rest of the game. Yeah, so there's no way to handle both Massey James and Palmery. It was pretty ugly already with those two castles. You know, I really was going kind of easy on him, letting him have all this space. That was a mistake. I should have just killed him outright, and I could have done so in Feudal Age, I think. Look at how all in he was. But with Massey James coming in on the other side, oof, too much. Possibly could have built over here. Let's see what other people have set up. Oh, of course, Massey James is fishing all of this out. And he's built docks to improve the efficiency of his fishing ships. That's smart. I'd always hoped that people would dock this out here. And you should be able to build mining camps on this as well. Yes, you can. There's a mining camp right there. You can actually build mining camps even on these shallows. There's just shorefish down here. So it's going to be between Panda Bear, Emu Warrior, and Massey James. And Panda Bear is building up over here. Okay, she has some Mamelukes. And T-Bomber is building up over here. Okay, so both T-Bomber and Panda Bear built on the leeward side of the wolves. Emu has... Okay, No, actually, it's not really clear. Well, no, Emu's got light cav as well. And Massey James wants to secure this area, so they are fighting over the relics. Massey James starting to send monks that way. Palmery lives to see another day, though. Palmery survives. That was super annoying that that castle still went up. Okay, the light cav clean up. Wait, what? Emu just letting Massey James have this monk with relic? Just letting Massey James just take the relic for no reason? Why, Emu? Why? Maybe it's because Emu doesn't want to trigger a relic countdown. There's no way that Emu missed that. Well, actually, no. Massey James has multiple relics here. Then actually, I have no idea what's going on. Why this guy is going back. Emu sending one more monk to claim this last relic. But I think these guys are gonna fight pretty soon. Ronald and Emu are peacefully coexisting. Ronald has decided to build in this corner, which is interesting. You still get fish access. So Ronald's still fishing out here as the Mayans. But he's far away. He's separated from the relics, so it could be very hard to win. Panda Bear, oh, wow, look at this. Panda Bear is attacking Emu Warrior. Interesting. So Panda Bear has not attacked T-Bomber. I think that's a mistake. I think she wants to wipe out all of T-Bomber's farming simulator here. T-Bomber even building another town center as Bengalis. So Emu he's got bigger problems as he's transferring the relics to a safer location. Palmer is still colonizing this area. Looks like the Tech Chariot villagers are working on the gold. He's even taken the farms. And he built his own town center here. And Massey James is just going to leave him alone. So Massey James is built out this way. So Panda Bear's SO. She could trade with this market if she realized it was there and knew that she could trade with it. She doesn't have a very big eco, but she does have some eco. Oh no! Panda Bear with the Wolf Rush on Palmery. Okay, Palmery manages to kill one of the wolves. These light cav, where are they going? She's just kind of scouting it out. Panda Bear flattening Emu Warrior's monk with relic, leaving just a relic behind. And there are no relics left here, and she's going to discover that pretty soon. Panda Bear has made some Saracen Knights in a classic emulation of Ronald Rage. She has stationed some knights to guard this relic here. Father, I crave the beans with some idle hunters here. What's Emu doing? Oh, okay. Here's his monastery. So maybe the philosophy is kill Emu and kill Masty James, and then just stomp T-Bomber later. She's got an AI army heading this way, cannon heading this way. So she's cut across. Props to Panda Bear for being smart enough about this map to know that you can just do that. I didn't know that Panda Bear was familiar with this map, but I guess she must have some exposure to it already, and then she remembered about how you can do that. Father, I Crave the Beans is rooting for Panda Bear. I'm kind of rooting for, well, somebody that's not Masty James or Palmery. I'm rooting for Ronald Rage. I want Ronald Rage to somehow win this. He's the underdog for sure. Emu's got him pinned up in this corner. So I'm on Team Rage. Could be a huge mistake. Being on Team Rage. Oh, interesting. What is Panda doing? She wants Palmery. She wants to kill Palmery. Why? Why kill Palmery? He's literally not doing anything. He's just hanging out over here. I mean, you know, setting aside my personal hatred of Palmery for this game, because Palmery did kill me, mostly. It was mostly Palmery. Masty James showed up and put the nail in the coffin. But I'm curious, why do you care about what Palmery's doing? He's not going to be a big threat. This is the threat right here. Emu and Masty, especially Masty. Panda Bear still with more score. Oh, no, it just flipped. Look at these siege onagers. Let's take a look at Panda Bear's castle. 10,000 HP. Here comes some eagles to snipe the kings, though. This could be very interesting. Now, there are some cavalrymen following. Cannon gets a splash attack against the eagles. And if Panda Bear is not paying attention, she could lose her king. But I think that she probably has murder holes. Oh, these eagles are just getting wrecked. Okay, never mind. She's fine. Ronald Rage is a fine choice, says Father, I Crave the Beans. I appreciate that. T-Bomber is still building town centers. Look at all these town centers. T-Bomber has built a chain of town centers to help himself work his way through these wolves. Apparently the difficulty settings aren't high enough, and the wolves can't see these villagers building this town center. I must have forgotten to change the difficulty level to higher difficulty so the wolves would see the villagers. Okay, now T-Bomber is building a university. Look at all these town centers that he has. They're everywhere. And now Panda Bear is going... Where's Panda Bear going? She's going to go and attack Masty James. Regrouping the siege weapons. Imagine being able to get every technology in the game, like before 45 minutes. It's basically where Panda is. Classic T-Bomber move to build town centers for mobility purposes. Yeah, you just keep on... This is like T-Bomber's town center to the sea. Like Sherman's march to the sea in Georgia, except T-Bomber is building town centers on his way. And T-Bomber isn't burning everything in his path, at least not yet. Ronald has a very reliable supply of wood up here. Okay, what's this? A barracks? Okay, he has plenty of military buildings back here, so maybe Ronald is going into eagles. Palmery with the Hindustanis. He's still in last place. And he's still in Castle Age because he was fighting me. T-Bomber is still in Castle Age too. But I think T-Bomber wants to be in Castle Age for some reason. Maybe it's because the Bengalis have some kind of bonus. Oh, don't they get villagers from town centers when they advance to the next age? Maybe that's the plot for T-Bomber. Maybe that is what T-Bomber intends. All right, big battle here. It looks like Massey James is going to win this one. Panda Bear. Oh, with the SO flattening the Eagles. Oh, nice. And these Mamelukes just shredding the Eagles. Look at that. I don't think Eagles take like anti-cavalry bonus damage. Do the Mamelukes take less damage because from the pikemen because of the handicap? I don't think so. I think Panda Bear needs to strategically diversify, or else get like a gazillion Mamelukes, which is very possible given the handicap. All right, looks like Emu Warrior is sending an army of longbowmen somewhere. I don't know where though. Where are these longbows going? Panda Bear building a castle out here. Trade is very slow. There are some bonus resources in these forests on top of the hills. Panda Bear saying yes, agreeing to something. I'm not really sure what she's agreeing to. What is Palmery doing? I think he's a little bit shaken. Did he have to give Panda Bear tribute so she wouldn't attack him? Why did Panda Bear attack Palmery initially and then decide not to? We don't know. We do know that she's angered by Masty James, since Masty James attempted to snipe her king with a bunch of eagles. T-Bomber building another town center. I think T-Bomber is just trying to get the most villagers ever built in an entire game. And he's just going to keep building town centers for the entire game in Castle Age. He's just mega booming. He's Imperial Age now. Look at all these villagers suddenly pop out of these town centers. And they're headed somewhere. I don't know where. So now T-Bomber might have like 400 villagers or something. Let's check the statistics here. Society. No, villager high. T-Bomber has 278 villagers. That's still a lot of villagers. It's so many villagers. Eagles here. Light cabs from Panda Bear. Panda Bear should get the armor for these light cabs so they don't get shredded by this castle. This castle with all of the attack upgrades and range upgrades. T-Bomber, I think he wants to see how quickly he can deforest this entire ridge. I bet that's T-Bomber's plan. He's just like, you know what would be great is if I just deforested this entire map by myself. Here's some eagles here. They both kind of have their own sides of the river. I want to see some demolition ships, but I don't know that it's going to happen. But demolition ships would be super fun. Here's Panda Bear's army. King is back here in this castle, shooting at this town center, but T-Bomber has taken no aggressive actions. He's just built town centers and made a bunch of villagers. He's pop-capped, actually, so I think he actually deleted a bunch of town centers here, and now he's going to build farms instead. So T-Bomber is just going to try to collect as many resources as possible. Looks like somebody finally got these cows. Palmery coming out with a lumber camp. Wait, no, a mining camp. He needs stone. Okay. Masty is the one to watch out for. He basically has this entire section of the map to himself. Panda Bears, light calves still don't have enough pierce armor. They could use some more pierce armor. Look at how quickly this is getting deforested. What will Rage do after that becomes deforested? Oh, interesting. Rage setting up a trade line with the Emu Warrior. And if Masty finds out about that, he will not be happy. But these fishing ships are blocking the trade carts, so they kind of have to go around the backside. So he might want to build another dock back here, or get rid of some of this area as fishing area. Looks like there was a big battle here and we totally missed it. Panda Bear not ready for this level of eagle. Oh, what's this? Palmery coming in for some raids, but Master James cutting him off with the gate. Panda Bear comes back with more Mamelukes, elite Mamelukes, and they're going to throw some swords at some trebuchets. Get some treb snipes. You know, she really needs more units to deal with these eagles. This siege is pretty vulnerable. It's not really worth destroying a siege workshop. She could lose all these siege weapons. What's T-Bomber doing? Meanwhile, T-Bomber is deforesting the entire continent. Has he chopped this yet? Not really. Oh. Oh. All right. All right. I see how it is. Yeah, this is pretty much the only way. This is actually really smart from the Emu Warrior. You literally have to do this in order to beat Panda Bear. Like, you just can't beat her any other way. It's too much handicap. This castle has 12,000 HP. They want to know how many villagers T-Bomber has. That is quite the question. Panda Bear needs to make hand cannons against these eagles. Hand cannons would be effective against the eagles. But she doesn't really know what to make. Alright, Emu is continuing to try to sneak up on Panda Bear. Yeah, this is just about the best way to come through. And it's open now. He's just going to open it a little bit more for the trebuchets. So he needs it to be as fast as possible. So, you know, he doesn't want any of these. And I'd be surprised if he brought these onagers with him. I think he's just going to leave them right here. And he's going to roll the trebs out first. And then he's going to get into position. He's probably going to position the trebs like right here. And then he's going to send the longbows right here. Or he might send them along to help out. Panda Bear, I don't think, can see this yet, but T-Bomber can. But will T-Bomber tell her? I don't think so. The trebuchets are sniped. Panda is busy fighting Masty, so she probably hasn't even noticed yet. And Emu Warrior's Briton Trebs taking that castle down. Here's the king. Here's a king. And Panda Bear is defeated. What happened to the other king? Where was the other king? Oh no. Well, rough day to be on Team Panda, Father, I crave the beans. We should have known that Emu Warrior would be capable of such treachery. But what I'm wondering is, seriously, where was the other king? Like, the other king should have been in this town center or something, or in this castle. So I'm surprised that that worked on account of there being two kings. So now Ronald and T-Bomber will have to work together maybe to kill Emu. But it's not that simple because Masty is here. And so if they, I guess they could all three of them work together to kill Emu, but then what? Get stomped on by Masty. Masty has all of this territory. He's probably going to move in here, or he'll at least move into Emu's territory after that's cleared, if they destroy Emu. So I'm not really sure what happens here. I guess Masty probably kills Palmery and moves into this area, if I were to guess. That's what Masty would want to do. Palmery already attacking Masty's mill. Nice try, Panda. We'll get him next time. Yeah, Emu is treacherous. You got to watch out. Now where is Emu going? But see, the thing is Ronald has an alliance with Emu. He's using Emu by trading with him. Has Ronald built a better dock? No, he has not. What's with all these villagers, by the way? Now, you know what would be, like, super insane? Would be if somebody transported over here and then sniped Masty's king somehow. I'm not sure where Masty's king is. Masty building a castle on the hill. Look at all these gunpowder units here. Emu moving his villager back. These guys. I love how they have the APM to do that kind of stuff. And T-Bomber just collecting resources. That's all he wants to do is just take resources. He is making a siege workshop and a castle. Just because I think he's a little jittery about Emu Warrior. Doesn't trust him. Who would after that treachery? T-Bomber could totally clear this, though, and then he could set up a trade line to this market. It's Panda Bear's market right there. So he actually could trade with Panda Bear. Here comes Emu to kill Ronald. I think Ronald will be expecting it. Oh, look at this. Masty is trading. Masty is either trading with Ronald or Emu, and neither one is good. I think he's trading with Ronald. So Masty and Emu are going to work together so that one of them will win. And Ronald better be careful. Okay, looks like Palmery tried to build a castle here, but Masty denied it. Or he changed his mind and decided to chop this tree instead, but that seems unlikely. T-Bomber still deforesting the ridge. He's built castles along the ridge. And who knows, maybe he'll continue to build castles along this entire thing. Since it is an entrance to his village. Oh, look at all these archery ranges. T-Bomber is going to make a ton of elephant archers. I bet T-Bomber deletes all of his villagers and just makes 200 elephant archers. Runs around with 200 elephant archers. These Britain Warwolf trebuchets. Oh, I guess they're fighting in here. Masty James doing a big raid against Palmery. And I think it's only a matter of time before Masty takes all of this over. Palmery making camels, but why would you make camels against a civ that doesn't get cavalry? Doesn't really make much sense. What is this, Ronald? Okay, now Ronald is trading with Masty. This is actually a really smart place to put your king. I'm assuming that's what's there. But could you imagine if, like, Ronald showed up with 30 demolition ships or something and just blew this up? That would be really hilarious. I would lose it. Let me rephrase that. This is a good place to put your king if you control water. If you don't, if it's possible that somebody could slip some warships over here, then that's a big mistake. I don't know. What else would Masty put in there? I didn't see what he put in there, but I don't see his king anywhere. It's kind of asking for trouble with this. If you want to know the truth, if you want to know what I think, which may or may not be true. And they've got this big water trade line here that T-Bomber cannot raid. It's unraidable by T-Bomber standards. He would have to build docks first. Okay, T-Bomber still continuing to deforest the entire ridge. He's making more production buildings. Look at all of these farms. T-Bomber really... I mean, Otisco is supposed to be like a rolling farmland, but this is just like taking it to the extreme. Look at all these farms that T-Bomber has built here. And he's cut all of the trees down. There's a free relic here. Who wants it? Okay, Palmery with a line of infantry corps here. They will be very effective against the Eagles. I think Eagles are a good choice for this map, given the amount of space that's available. They are shooting the trebuchet with little cannonballs. And it looks like Palmery has managed to secure this area, although there are still Eagles hanging around. Masty's SO does get a bombard cannon kill. And it looks like Masty... Oh, Masty built a castle in here. This is Masty's castle. That's interesting. So these Eagles are still at large, and there's pockets of resistance. Palmery seems to have secured this area mostly. It's got more camels popping out. And they are trading. They're just trading. T-Bomber is probably trying to convince Ronald to help him kill Emu. I think that really is kind of what's next here. The next fight is going to be over here because this is where everybody is close together. Question is, what's going to happen? Is Emu going to kill Ronald? Hey, GG's Panda. Thanks for joining us tonight. We were talking about how treacherous Emu was for attacking you in such a sneaky way. It was his only choice, though. He knew he couldn't beat you fair and square. Oh, okay, yep. Masty's king is in this castle. He probably also has another king in this guard tower. He's probably got kings in both locations. What is this? Ronald's coming over here with a transport ship. Why? Why, Ronald? Why? What is this? It has not unloaded. Its contents must be sensitive. Villagers. He deletes the transport ship because he's committed. Committed to what? Where's Ronald going? What's he doing? What is this? Is this just because Ronald needs to take wood and he can't take wood anywhere up here because T-Bomber prioritized taking wood right next to him? It says they're builders. Yeah, these are lumberjacks. Ronald's just like, I just need wood. I'm just going to go take wood. Okay. All right. Here I was thinking Ronald was going to attack Masty James or something. Look at this big line of pink right here. Or purple, I should say. That is the Emu Warrior trading and getting infinite gold, which sounds like a terrible idea. But it's still legal. We have not banned it yet in our map scripts. T-Bomber building another lumber camp. They're just happy to chill, except for Palmery and Masty James who are fighting. Palmieri had all of this space, but he still can't contend with the will of Masty James. Yeah, like what do you do, Hindustanis, against Pike Siege? That's rough. That's exactly what Masty James needs to make, and that's exactly what he is making. Pike Siege. Siege onagers flattening some camels. These pikemen need to get... Oh! He's trying to micro. He does save them. It's impressive. Masty James had one more siege onager here. Palmieri would have had a really bad day. Hand cannons would have been flattened. But it is somewhat annoying how quickly cavalry can maneuver now around siege weapons. It never used to be like that. Seemed like pikes were a little bit better at keeping cavalry in check. The hand cannons are shooting at the rams, but of course the rams with 195 pierce armor don't really care. I like how Palmieri has destroyed these fencings finally, or at least most of them. Oh, interesting. He's garrisoning the pikes inside of the siege rams. That is rough for Master James, though, that he doesn't get Halb. Is he going to try to sneak a... he's going to try to fling some rocks on these hand cannons. He gets a good hit. Another good hit. The hand cannons are going down. Well, we are rooting for Palmieri here, I think, because he is the underdog against Masty James. And meanwhile, everybody over here... Oh, no. Emu Warrior walling in his king with all of these castles. I mean, I guess T-Bomber could put trebuchets up here and probably make pretty short work of this fortress. But still, this is going to be really annoying to have to deal with. Okay, T-Bomber is still chopping wood. He's still... Wait. No. T-Bomber is starting to be aggressive. He must have deleted some villagers so that he could make these military units. Maybe he deleted 80 villagers. And he is clearing out this area for himself. He has not destroyed this market yet. I don't think he will. I think he will try to trade with this market. That will be T-Bomber's supply. T-Bomber's score looks really good, as Palmieri calls the GG. The weight of Masty James bearing down on him. So Masty James could trade with this market if it came down to it as well. But right now Masty is content to trade with the Emu Warrior and Ronald Rage. Poor Ronald Rage, though. Look at all these trade cards. Look at them. They're stuck. Look at this scenic waterfall. We should take a picture of this. Oh yeah, there we go. That's nice. Oh no, big lag spike. The big four remains, says Father, I crave the beans. That is true, Father. I hope that they don't desync. That would be really sad. But T-Bomber has enough villagers. Maybe it will. T-Bomber attacking Panda Bear's town, but still has not hurt the market much. And the good news for T-Bomber is that this market actually has more HP, so it's easier to protect. T-Bomber's own market is right here. He has not made any trade. I don't know that he ever will. Maybe he will. We don't want to say never for T-Bomber. So now, what's next for Masty James now? Does Masty James build a wonder up here on top of this hill? He's building a castle up here. He's building a castle, and he's going to move his king 20 tiles to the right for a more secure king location. You don't want to get king sniped after you've come this far. Still a bunch of wolves over here. Nobody bothered to clean them. And Master James was never really making anything that wolves were interested in eating. But T-Bomber used town centers to kill the wolves. I don't know. Yeah, the farmland is all in here in Otisco Valley. It's the DLC Dirt 4 blended with some of this farmland terrain. Oops, this is a GitHub repository. T-Bomber taking every resource he can find. Look at this. He's out here taking this stone mine. They're just letting Ronald do things, which I don't really understand. I like how Emu just walled to these rocks because that's all you need. That's funny. If it's true, that's all you need. Is trading allowed? If it's not, T-Bomber gets the admin win. T-Bomber's so honest. These three are all filthy traitors. Will T-Bomber make market? He needs to make a market up here. Oh, yep, he's doing it. He's going to trade with Panda Bear. It is transpiring for exactly as I have foreseen it. He will clear out everything. He might even wall this market in, to be honest. It's kind of in an awkward position, though, to wall. It would be kind of hard. T-Bomber is already starting to build gates here. He's going to build fortified walls along this to help protect his holdings. Masty left this market alive. He's got a trebuchet working on Palmery's house. So what's going on here? Somebody make a move. What are they waiting for? T-Bomber is destroying Panda Bear stuff. Okay. What's going on back here? Stone mine is untouched. It has 800 stone in it. to help conserve space. I think the gold mines have something like 1,200 gold in them. But I don't think that there are any untouched gold mines left. Masty with markets here. So he's going to trade with Palmary's market, and he's going to make the switch. He will probably attack the Emu Warrior now. So these fishing ships, whoop, whoop, can go up and down the waterfall, which is pretty funny. I can't believe they're letting Emu hold on to all these relics. Surprised Masty hasn't come in and taken them yet as the Aztecs. Okay, Masty pulling his king. I think that's smart. I think it does not make much sense to keep your king there if you're not willing to. And he probably doesn't feel like he can win water against these two. So he's just going to take over this whole area. Masty is really the guy to beat here. He's got pretty much all this to himself now. T-Bomber making slow trade carts with a water buffalo pulling them. But when you delete these carts, you do not get 3 villagers. Do you guys think that trade cogs should be statistically different from trade carts? I think they should carry more gold, but I think that they should have a larger collision radius. You know, so that they require a little bit more space maybe. You can't pack them up in the same space like sardines. I think that would be pretty fair. Just give them like a ship, right? A ship is bigger than a cart, but it can also carry more stuff. So I think that would be a pretty neat feature. Honestly, water in Age of Empires is just not well done in general. It should be. It's very simple. Like there's like 3 units, and it's the counter triangle. But you know, in Age of Empires, you got the barracks units, and you got the archery range and stable units, and they have counter units, and it's a very complex counter system. But with water, it's pretty primitive, and that's unfortunate. T-Bomber is really colonizing this area. Look at this. He's got all of these buildings out here. He's preparing for war. But war against who? T-Bomber has almost taken all the resources over here. Look at this. He's just got this little section left over. Maybe some of this. He's trading with Panda Bear's market. Let's see how much gold he gets. Ah, we can't see. Too bad. Is Masty trading with Palmary's market yet? No. No, he's not, and that makes sense because he's still trading over here. But he set this up in case he ever needed to make trade quickly over here. He's got some fortified walls. He's finally sending the eagles to kill these wolves, which is funny. These are rabid wolves, too. They are not regular wolves. They have 5 more HP, but significantly more attack. They can kill a loomed villager in a one-on-one fight. What is this? Masty walling all of this in. He does not want to get sniped. Look at that. He has built a great wall. Nobody builds walls better than Masty. And then he's probably going to chop this out, and then he's going to wall that off. And then who knows, maybe he'll build a wonder in this corner. That would be pretty entertaining. Alright, what's going on here? Emu needs wood. I bet that's what this is. This is Emu Warrior looking for a good place to build a lumber camp. T-Bomber says, everyone waiting for the 3-player endgame and wonder victory. Yep, says Emu Warrior. They should work together to kill... So if you're T-Bomber, you want people to work with you to kill Masty James, because he's got all the room in the world on the other side. If you're Masty James, you want these 3 to fight, and you just sit there and do nothing. That's what's in Masty James's best interest, so he's just going to camp. If you're Emu Warrior... If you're Emu Warrior, I think your best bet is to team up with T-Bomber and Ronald Rage against Masty, actually. If you're Ronald Rage, your best bet is to do the same thing. Maybe... Oh, yeah, look at this. Look at everything that Ronald has built here. Ronald definitely wants to place a wonder in this corner. But it's not happening anytime soon. What's this? T-Bomber making some skirmishers to mess with these villagers. He's got so many resources. T-Bomber has his king over here, presumably, or a king. He hasn't really walled this off as thoroughly as Masty James has. Masty James has cut through the forest and he's continuing to wall this area off. He's going to wall this whole thing off to wall in his trade. T-Bomber plays no, says Emu Warrior. Yeah, they need to all gang up on Masty. Otherwise Masty will win. T-Bomber and Masty are already starting to have skirmishes here. These eagles are going to clean up these skirmishes very easily, though. T-Bomber will need a different unit. Maybe he can make those Urumi swordsmen or whatever. Or maybe I'm thinking of the wrong civ. I don't know much about the new civs. He's going to make Elephant Archer instead. Elephant Archer, they have decent attack. They don't have the best range, but they're very tanky. That's their main selling feature. He's going to kill these eagles. And we're going to start to see a lot more Elephant Archers pouring out from T-Bomber's base. Look at them. Here they come. But I think T-Bomber is afraid that if he has a huge army over here, that one of these two could turn on him and kill him quickly. They could snipe his king. T-Bomber destroying these outposts so that Master James cannot continue to spy on him to see what he's up to. Here we go. We got a bunch of elephants. T-Bomber is starting the attack against Masty James. You can always count on T-Bomber in these sorts of things, in these sorts of games to do the right thing, and this is the right thing to do. To try to kill the strongest player. That's his modus operandi. T-Bomber is also building a pen for his king, which is good. Keep his king safe. What's he doing over here? Oh, maybe this is another layer of the wall. Yeah, this is another layer for the walls. He's maybe going to build... He's going to build it across like this, maybe. It's going to come out and give him another layer of protection here. The market is in an awkward place, so he can't really wall that in, unless he's willing to do what Masty did over here. T-Bomber annoyingly putting all these elephant archers in between the barracks. So it'll take Masty longer to get through all that HP because he can't get a good surround. But I think the elephants are not in a big block, or there aren't as many of them. Okay, Masty, the eagles for Masty have extra attack. All the Mesocivs have something unique about their eagles. For Aztecs, it's extra attack. For Mayans, it's extra HP. And for the Incas, it's extra pierce armor. These guys are just going to sit here and trade with Masty all day long. They don't care. Probably if Ronald attacked Masty, then Emu would attack Ronald. Ronald's just buying stone and building all of these fortifications. He's got Mayan keeps here. He's got scorpions. I wouldn't be surprised if he mixed some onagers in here. Ronald is just hoping for that wonder victory. And let's see, he's not going to get... There aren't going to be any cannon galleons coming from Masty James, who is Aztecs. I think Britons do get cannon galleon. Are they going to play until this map is completely out of wood? That's what I'm wondering. There's still plenty of wood on the map. So all this here. Where's T-Bomber's army? Did T-Bomber just give up on the idea of fighting Masty James? They're basically waiting for somebody to build a wonder. And then they'll all team up on that person and kill them first. And everybody knows that, so therefore nobody builds a wonder. Emu's position is probably not the best. I don't think Emu can win based on his position. Masty still trading at sea, because why not? Why not? All right, T-Bomber has started making a wonder. He can't wait. Sorry, my dad, he says. So T-Bomber builds his wonder first. He's going to build a bunch of castles to defend it. And now the game can proceed. They will all gang up on T-Bomber now. Emu knows where to send his trebuchets. But T-Bomber really has kind of had a free boom this whole time. He hasn't had to fight like Masty has. He didn't really fight anybody, honestly. Like, Emu fought people. Well, Ronald didn't really fight anybody, but Ronald also is stuck in a corner. The Masty's on the other side of the map, so I don't know that Masty is going to be able to do much. So we'll see. I mean, maybe T-Bomber will be able to keep this wonder up long enough to be able to win. That would be pretty impressive. Wait, what? He resigns. Why? The wonder hadn't even gone up yet. Now he'll see the massive amounts of trade on water. At least finish your wonder. Oh, wait, was Ronald supposed to build a wonder at the same time as T-Bomber? Oh, no. So Ronald failed to build the wonder at the same time as T-Bomber, and maybe that's why T-Bomber resigned. So now what does Ronald do? Masty is going to start building a wonder, and this wonder is not going to go down. I don't think. So now Emu knows where to go. So maybe, yeah, I think that's what happened. I think T-Bomber and Ronald had a deal that they would both build a wonder at the same time so that one of them would win. And then when Ronald didn't start building the wonder, T-Bomber felt that that deal hadn't been honored, so he resigned. I think that could have worked. I think one of these brothers, because Emu and Masty are brothers, I think the brothers could have been defeated had they done that. We have a pause. Let's see who. Let me check who paused. I can't. I think it was Masty who paused, but I'm not sure. Whew. It's getting late. All right, unpause by Emu. So it must have been Emu who paused in the first place. Masty James deleting all of his trade, and he's going to be making it over here. So he knows that trade will be destroyed anyway. But he's also made war galleys. He's building a castle to prevent this smuggling on his docks. Aztecs do not get anything stronger than war galley, I believe. So we're going to see Ronald and Emu 2v1 Masty. And probably lose, but... Hey, T-Bomber, what happened? GG's. We were trying to figure out what... We thought maybe that you and Ronald had a deal, that you would both build wonders at the same time to prevent Masty or Emu from winning, because they'd be unable to siege both of your wonders. That was my guess, and that because Ronald hadn't started building his wonder yet, you resigned. That's our best guess as to what happened. This wonder is about halfway done. So T-Bomber did Farming Simulator. He probably had a lot of resources, though. Maybe could have held on for a while, but against these three, that would have been very tough to hold on by yourself. No one was working with you? Oh, yeah, they were all trading with each other instead. But don't worry, we're going to patch maps so that trade is impossible in FFA. Kind of moves the game along. T-Bomber is a team player. Alright, so here's Masty James's Aztec Wonder. Look at that, it looks like it came straight out of Tenochtitlan. He deletes all the villagers. They kind of look like they were praying, actually, for a moment. Alright, so can Emu and Ronald kill that in time? I don't think so. I think Masty has so much stuff in the way. I would be very surprised. And this zone is fully walled off, too. Masty has fully walled off the Otisco Valley, so they're not sneaking up on him. Ronald is going to need to help, but I don't think Ronald wants to help. Ronald isn't really in the position to help, I don't think. Oh, wait. No, Ronald has a foothold over here. You know, none of the civs that are left have gunpowder. It's kind of funny. The Britons, the Mayans, and the Aztecs. So only the non-gunpowder civs remain. Ronald definitely won water. Wow. All Masty had to do was delete his docks, but I guess he wanted to kill as many trade units as possible at this point. And there's relics here. A relic heist could be really useful if Ronald decides to go for it, but I don't know that he will. Masty James has built an immediate fortification around his wonder, and it's a sub-fortification of the walls that he already has out here. Emu is attacking. This is a lot of trebuchets. Oh, and Emu has the heavy demolition ships too, although it doesn't look like he was able to use them. Well, obviously he wasn't able to use these ones, but I didn't see him use any demolition ships before. He is going to clear this out. He's making longbows to kill the eagles, and Masty James is still building up. I think Masty James needs to, what Masty needs to do is he needs to make like 30 siege rams and then garrison a bunch of eagles inside of those siege rams, and then advance to the longbowmen, and then attack, unload the siege rams. The good news for Emu Warrior is that his army is vastly superior to Masty James. Whatever Masty James can make. This Britain range is just oppressive. Oh wow, really clean attack ground there. He's going to try to get close with these siege onagers, but Emu would never allow that. That range is just ridiculous. Emu's cavalry dying, but Emu doesn't really care as long as he keeps this ball of longbows alive. And he's able to push the longbows and the trebuchets up. Meanwhile, Ronald and Masty are having infantry wars over here. Masty's smartly making Jaguar warriors. Jaguar warriors are very effective against infantry. And that's what Ronald has. See, look at these Jags with their mahuitos or whatever they are. Some big spiky club thing that they walk around with and pummel infantry using. So we got some champions here. Emu Warrior has another round of Cavalier. Here comes some Jaguar Warriors. And Master James building a defensive siege workshop up here for whatever reason. Ronald has this foothold here that he gave Ronald because Ronald needed wood to chop. A very injured castle. You know what would be cool is if the Meso Civs got Dromons. It'd be kind of cool. It'd be sort of historically inaccurate. It's kind of inaccurate that they get anything bigger than a canoe anyway. But Dromons could be like more thematically appropriate, but also balance the game out. I should do some kind of overlay that like mixes the chat on the screen, so that you guys can all see what everybody's saying. Although I don't think on Twitter that it like you can comment on video anyway. Maybe you can, and I just have no following on Twitter yet, so therefore there's nobody commenting for me to see. And what's Masty doing? He just wants to snipe these trebuchets, perhaps. Oh, demolition ship goes up. Takes some eagles with him. He's just having a hard time here. Oh! Blowing up eagle warriors with demolition ships. Masty has an army here, too. Masty can't survive forever, but he can survive long enough. Yeah, I think that they were wrong to not work with T-Bomber. I think Masty's going to win, but I think if T-Bomber had stayed in and worked with Emu and Ronald Rage to kill Masty, they could have prevented that. That's what I'm calling. Ronald Rage has started building a wonder. Oh, wow. No, Ronald, there's no way. You need to get over here and destroy this Master James Wonder. All that this Wonder does is ensure that Emu Warrior cannot win the game. It does not allow Ronald Rage to win the game. So Emu needs Ronald's help to kill Masty's Wonder, 100%. Where is Ronald? His attack over here has been cleaned up. He didn't really have the buildings. What he should have done is he should have heisted the relics. That would have been the play, I think. And, of course, Emu's relics are just still here in this monastery. I think Ronald really had an opportunity to, like, steal some relics and build a monastery back here and take all the relics. But I don't know that he thought about it, or maybe he wasn't bold enough to do it. Because he was afraid of Emu and Masty killing him. I like how they're still trading with Masty. Oh, look at this. Ronald has landed a castle over here. He's building it with 2 villagers, even though Masty has a castle right here. That's pretty sneaky. Oh, wow. Okay. He landed over some plumes, some elite plumed archers. He's going to destroy Emu's trade. He's going to weaken the Emu warrior. Could you imagine if Ronald were actually just Huns instead, and then he researched the technology and doubled the amount of time that Masty James's Wonder took to research? Or not to research, but to win him the game? That would be amazing. Like to see somebody finish their Wonder first, but still fail to win because they were not Huns. Attila the Hun mocks your puny achievements. Yeah, he literally doesn't care. He's like, so what? You built a wonder? I'm Attila the Hun, man. I ransack and pillage everything. What makes you think I care about your pretty building? Okay, that ram goes down to sustained arrow fire. Plumed archers are basically like cavalry archers, except without the vulnerability to pikemen. They're pretty fast and mobile. So Ronald keeps on landing military over here. He knows that he has to attack Masty James. Emu Warrior cannot do it by himself. Although Emu Warrior's army is superior to Masty James's army. There's really nothing Masty can make, ironically. He just lacks this range. Although that is a fantastic hit. Wow. Masty with the SO there. Flattening 30 longbows in 2 shots. So that was a much needed reprieve for him. Masty building another castle up